This is LA's first.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome to the Dr. Aaron Show. We're all about manifestation, transformation, and breakthroughs. It's time to claim your birthright of prosperity, vitality, and love. So grab your tea or coffee because together we're awakening the world. May you live your truth. Live from Los Angeles, we come together each day to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, and align with universal law. We also come together in community in New Thought Global and Soul Society. We truly believe that when somebody awakens, they have a gift and message to bring to the world. We're all about enlightenment, empowerment, and entrepreneurship. So let's do this thing. Today we're going to talk about the universal law of emergent evolution. I think this is such a fascinating law. Robert Collier wrote the book Secret of the Ages. And in the second chapter, it talks about the purpose of existence. The entire purpose of life is growth. Life is not static. The only sin is to be stagnant and wait. There is a law of supply, a law of infinite energy. He talks about how there is this law that is the same law that created the fifth finger. There is this aspect that if you go to the gym and you start lifting weights and you start doing repetitions, your hands will build calluses on them to thrive, right? There is this aspect in us. There is this part of us that is like the sleeping giant inside that has the ability to emerge in accordance for you to thrive. And so today we're going to talk about that, the law of emergent evolution. What is it? So during evolution, upon demand for life to prevail, there emerges new properties. Again, like the fifth finger, emerged out of the necessity for survival. Form transforms upon insistence of consciousness. When we need something and we demand it, the law has to provide it, right? We demand it, life demands it, and the law, the force, the source, the infinite well that is the truth of life and who we are has to emerge. This is the emergent evolution. When the individual demands and commands the subconscious and the subjective mind, the universal law is set into motion. The universal law, the one kind of secret, the secret to this, if there's a secret, which Robert Collier really, I love this book, it's like a series of books. The Secret of the Ages, Volume 1. This is the deal. There is a source. There is a source that has infinite. It can help you build those calluses. It can help you create the fifth finger if it needs. It helps you figure out a way to prevail through anything. But this is the deal. You have to demand it. You have to demand it. Life has to demand it. You have to demand it. So you can either have life demand it, or you can consciously demand it, right? So this is, if you do enough manual labor or, then you'll build the muscles and the calluses, right? Do an intense physical workout and your body will build the muscles and strength it needs to adjust and soon become the equivalent of what you're demanding of it, right? As life seems to be running smoothly, this principle seems to be in slumber. But if you push yourself, this life principle is demanded. And the providence moves too, right? This is called what we call like the second wind of the runner, where the runner has been running so long and all of a sudden it feels like it's gone out of its glucose and the runner starts getting a little bit tired and then it hits almost like a wall. And then all of a sudden, if it keeps running, it breaks through that wall and all of a sudden it goes into a second system in their body because it calls upon the reserves, which is called the second wind of the runner. This is the sleeping giant within. I find this law to be extremely powerful. When I first read this book, I was like, what? Like, oh yeah, I forgot. It's almost like we already know it inside of us because truth we already know. that thing called amnesia that sets in if we don't wake up and do our work and keep doing our work and every day have a spiritual principle practice and remember the truth and keep learning universal law and keep learning universal law and remember it until it is so clear. This is a profound law, emergent evolution. So the tricky thing is that, there's some religious people that don't believe in evolution. They believe that God put us here and that there's no such thing as evolution. There's other people that believe that, maybe we were, some type of an ape and we morphed into this thing that we are now. And, the truth is that we are, a spiritual truth is that we're all from one source. Everything is from one source, and everything is the outpicture of that in fractals of all different types of species and all different types of forms in Earth and everything. We're all connected, and they've found, of course, that that there's meteors that have the same properties that live within this world and us and this universe and this and Earth and everything else, right? So we're all connected. And so the evolution, the emergent evolution, is that it's all from that one source, from that one cause. But once it is demanded upon, whether through consciousness or through life, it evolves. It evolves according, right? Like if you wear a bunch of clothes, you don't need as much hair on your body, right? And obviously it doesn't change in maybe one lifetime, but it changes over time, right? So this is the emergent evolution. Same with if you demand the body to have more muscle, it will rise because it's from the same source. It's from this infinite well that is, if you demand it, it prevails. The truth is that we've never, died as a species. We've gone into, even through the ice age, even through all these things, we have prevailed. And so it's important to recognize that there is a life force that can't die. It can't die. It prevails. It will always rise to the occasion. That's just the reality. And so today, as we know the truth around the truth of who we are, which is divine, infinite spiritual beings, I recognize that we've created these laws at the same source that created the entire universe and created gravity and created universal law, the physics, if you will, of how we manifest. That this is your birthright because it's who you are. It's who you are. And so Robert Collier said the first principle of success is desire. Knowing what you want. Desire is the plant of the seed. So the point is this, is that there is this law, but you have to supply the demand. You have to supply the demand for emergent evolution to happen consciously. Or you can just let life demand things and the emergent evolution will happen regardless. Universal laws work whether you believe them or not. You get that? They're law. They're who you are. They're the essence of life. It's how it works. These are the universal laws. And so on that note, let's take a deep breath in together. Through the nose and out the mouth. And I just recognize the power that be. I recognize that it's time to evolve. That your soul desires creative expression. That you are an artist, a cosmic designer in the canvas of life. And each paintbrush, each stroke is your masterpiece and represents the hidden beliefs of your identity. Whatever it is that you desire to be, whatever it is that you truly desire in you, demand it. And the law of evolution, emergent evolution, has to prevail. You were born to expand into the greatest version of yourself. And I simply know right now that you have that sleeping giant within. You have the second wind of the runner. You have the infinite source that's created this entire universe. It's sitting at your beck and call of your consciousness. And so wherever it is that you feel like you are not getting what you want to experience out of life, there's only one thing that is waiting to happen. And it's for you to demand and declare onto your subconscious mind, the subjective mind, and onto all the laws, universal law of emergent evolution, that this is your birthright. So today, as you go into today, I recognize that whatever it is that you truly desire is your destiny. So have a beautiful day, you guys. I know the truth as together we say, and so it is. May you demand the life force of emergent evolution. Yes, 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 I say, and so it is. Okay, you guys, have a beautiful day, and may you live your truth. Thank you for tuning in to Soulciety and Dr. Erin podcast. If you've had a calling to be a spiritual leader or coach, you can go to soulciety.com and check out our free training. If you've received value here, I would love it if you take a moment and give a 5-star review. In exchange, I have a ton of free gifts for you. Grab your free awakening book, 40 guided meditations, and digital manifesting masterclass. I also have a free money meditation and worksheet for you so you can begin to break through your scarcity mindset and claim your birthright of prosperity. You can get all of your gifts and learn about our upcoming transformational events in my bio link in both Instagram and Facebook. That's under drerin.tv, which is DRERIN.tv. Also, I'd love to invite you into our free private community on Facebook under groups called Soulciety. That is facebook.com/groups/Soulciety. That's SOULCIETE. Have a divine day and may you live your truth.